Hi, Avi. I thought I would try doing this GMAT prep question. I'm sorry if there's wind. Uh, I'm outside, but I thought I would try doing it. And this is from GMAT prep. And I just wanted, my goal is to just focus on, frankly, the above. I think I got this one wrong because I did choose B initially, and then I chose D. But I just thought I would just tell you what was going through my mind, and if anything you can catch, which is a problem. So, I'll start with the question stem always. In assessing whether the data cited provided, so whether the data cited, okay, whether the data cited provided support for the position. So, in assessing whether the data cited, so there is data above, so over here, provides support. Now I don't know what the support is exactly about some motorcyclists taking some course. Whether the data above provides support, what would be helpful? What would be needed to be known? So there is some data, and what would be needed to be known in case you were trying to prove whether the data supports the position or the conclusion by the author. So anyway, let's just see. Motorcycle courses offered by a number of organizations teach motorcyclists important techniques for handling and safety sharing, and for safely sharing the road with other road users. Okay, so it says handling, safety, sharing the road with others. You can teach them. So what's the issue? If more motorcyclists took these courses, there would be fewer accidents. So that's certainly the conclusion. If more cyclists took these courses, there would be fewer accidents. And the proof is, so this is the data. The data shows that 92% of the motorcyclists who are involved in a serious accident have never taken a motorcycle safety course. Data shows that 92% of the motorcyclists who are involved have never taken a motorcycle safety course. So I remember creating a just diagram just to see, just to show you what I'm thinking in my mind actually. So let's assume that 100,000 people on a bike. We don't know how big the orange circle is. It can be the number. The orange is the number of people who have an accident. And out of that orange, 92%, which is this, it's you know, it's this, it's this stuff over here. It's to the left of this. 92% uh, have not taken a course, whereas this 8% has. So, in assessing whether the data cited provided support for the position taken, whether significantly more than 8% of motorcyclists have taken a cycle. I don't think this is right because this is talking about 8% of motorcyclists, whereas the unit is different. Whereas this is talking about 92% of who are involved in a serious motorcycle accident. You know, I don't think these can be comparable because this is talking about 92% of So this is saying 92% of this, or 92% of the orange circle have not taken a bike, whereas 8% of this have. And now A is talking about 8% of the entire black box. I don't think that's right. So I would eliminate A. Whether it's riskier for a motorcyclist to ride with a passenger behind the rider than to ride one. I think that would be helpful to know, because as what if the 92% have something in common other than they haven't taken a course? I think B helps me with that. C is definitely wrong because it's irrelevant whether, I don't think, D I thought was very good because it talked about the data, whether more than 92% of the 92% of serious motorcycle accidents involve collisions between a bike and another vehicle in motion. More than 92%. I think that makes sense, because if it is true that more than 92% do that, then this would the data would support the position. Whereas if it's less than 92%, maybe the data doesn't support so much. I don't whether variations in size and potential speed of influence the risk of serious accident. I don't know. I don't think this has anything to do with data. Between B and D, I think on my first attempt I chose B, and the second I chose D, but I think both are wrong. Thank you.